Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to read a mini story I have up on the board. But after we read it, we are going to add more detail to it. Miss Heimlich's class took a field trip to the zoo. They saw many different animals, big and small. Everyone slept on the way home because they were super tired. So now we're going to ask ourselves, what extra details might we tell about our class zoo field trip? You were super excited to go to the zoo? Yeah, me too. They were super excited to see the animals. Okay. What else? Yeah, the bus ride was very long. What else, class? Yeah, we got to see the tigers, giraffes, elephants. They got to see the giraffes, tigers, and elephants. One more. Yeah, my feet were sore at the end of the day too. Everyone's feet were sore at the end of the day. Good job. So now that we have these extra details, we're going to ask ourselves, where might we put these in the story, either the beginning, middle, or the end? First one, so they were super excited to see the animals. Yeah, good job. We're going to put that one in the beginning because here we're telling the reader we're going to the zoo, we're introducing them to where we're going, and we want to tell them about how we're feeling. We're feeling excited that we're going to the zoo and we're seeing the animals there. So we're going to say, Miss Heimlich's class took a field trip to the zoo. They were super excited to see the animals. Next one, the bus ride was very long. Where do we think we're going to put that one? Yeah, good job. We're going to put that one at the end because here we're telling the reader everyone slept on the way home, but here we're going into more detail about we took a bus ride there, it was very long, and typically when you have long car rides or long bus rides, you sleep because they're long and you have a lot of time. So we're going to say everyone slept on the way home because they were super tired. The bus ride was very long. Good job. They got to see the giraffes, elephants, and tigers. So where might we put this one? Yeah, we're going to put this one in the middle because here we're telling our reader we saw different animals, but now we're going to tell them which ones we saw. So they saw many different animals, big and small. They got to see giraffes, elephants, and tigers. Okay, now we have one last detail. Everyone's feet were sore at the end of the day. This one kind of has a little hint to it. So here we have, it says end of the day. So here you're going to think, we're going to add this one to the end of the story. Because typically after a long day, your feet are tired, and we have clues about how people slept on the way home. They're tired, they were super tired, long bus ride, rest your feet. So we're going to say everyone slept on the way home because they were super tired. The bus ride was very long. And we can either make this its own sentence, or we can erase this period, say the bus ride was very long and everyone's feet were sore at the end of the day. Good job, guys. So now I'm going to ask you, why is it important to add more detail into your writing? Good job. So it's important to add more detail because it helps the reader understand the story better, makes it more clear to understand, and it makes it more fun and more interesting to read. And you don't want a reader just to read a small little story about your trip to the zoo. They want to know what type of animals you saw and how you were feeling to go to the zoo and you were super tired at the end of the day. So I have a little anchor chart for you that I'm going to put up on the board that you can use today to remember when you add more detail. So when you're adding more detail, you're going to ask yourself, is there something the reader should know that I'm not telling them? So remember, the audience cannot read your mind. The audience doesn't know what animals you saw. They didn't know your feet were sore. They didn't know that you were super excited to see the animals, so you have to tell them. Also, ask yourself, will this detail help the story make more sense if I include it? So if I add that we got to see the giraffes, elephants, and tigers, will that help the story make more sense? Will it richen the story, help the reader understand it better? So today, when you work on your writing, before I let you go into Writer's Workshop, I want you to think about 1 to 2 details you're going to add to the beginning, middle, and end of your writing. And right now I want you to turn to a partner beside you and tell them 1 to 2 details you're going to add so you can start thinking about that.